These candidates really don't like each other. Americans agree. They don't like them either. And that means many voters might just stay home this election. According to Gallup, a lower percentage of young people said they definitely plan to vote this year compared to the last 4 general elections. But this election is not just about the president. Americans will also decide on other elected officials and important ballot measures. First, there's Congress. Republicans have controlled legislature ever since they won the House in 2010 and Senate in 2014. With that control, they've blocked Obama from advancing his agenda on issues like gun control, immigration, and a Supreme Court vacancy. You might remember the government shutdown of 2013? Yeah, that too. But thanks to Trump's ongoing scandals and attacks on his own party, many down-ballot Democratic candidates are gaining more momentum than they were expecting. In fact, control of both the House and Senate might be in play. In states like New York, Texas, and Arizona, so-called battleground congressional districts are up for grabs, and there are at least 9 competitive Senate seats. The agenda of a President Trump or a President Clinton may depend on who shows up to vote in these down-ballot races. Then there's state governments. 80% of state legislative seats and 12 governorships are on the ballot this year. Since the 2010 midterms, Republicans have been dominating state-level politics, where they've increased abortion restrictions, curtailed labor unions, and passed tax and spending cuts. Crucially, state legislatures will also redraw U.S. congressional district boundaries in 2021. At that time, whoever controls the states will have a huge impact on national politics for years to come. You could check out our video on gerrymandering to see how that works. So, votes matter down here, and it's not just politicians on the ballot. In some states, you can vote directly on policies. 4 states are voting on healthcare measures, including one to create the nation's first single-payer system in Colorado. 5 states are voting on minimum wage proposals, 4 that would increase the minimum wage, and 1 that would decrease it for minors. 4 states are voting on gun control measures, and 5 states are deciding whether to join Washington, Oregon, and Colorado in legalizing marijuana, including California, where 12% of the country lives. Now here's the bottom of the ballot, where you might vote on local politics. These votes affect governance of utilities, bond issues, and other items. But let's go back to one section that I really want to highlight: judges. By pouring money into these races, special interest groups have been able to swing elections for judges that will decide in their favor on issues like same-sex marriage in Alabama, coal lawsuits in West Virginia, and fracking in Pennsylvania. In Kansas, 5 Supreme Court justices are up for retention, which is a yes-no vote on whether they get to keep their job. 4 of the 5 have ruled in favor of repealing anti-abortion laws passed by the state legislature. Unhappy with their decisions, pro-life activists are lobbying to get them off the bench this election so they can be replaced with a socially conservative majority. So, for those of you who don't like Donald or Hillary, there is still a lot you can influence with your vote. Yes, it might take a little bit of research, but it can go a long way. To learn more about what's on your ballot and to research voting records, make sure to click the links below.